Alright guys, I'm back home, back in my realm. So right now we've got severe thunderstorm warning still out for Bates County, St. Clair County, and part of, actually the northeastern part of Vernon County right now for this cell in particular. I'm circling. If anybody has any questions, I do have chat up and going. Please feel free to throw up a question. I know there's a couple on my live feed. I didn't see it till after I got home and looked. I know there was a couple people that asked a question on my way home during the live feed. One of them was, what about Johnson County? Well, Johnson County, we don't have to worry about probably any severe storms tonight up in the Warrensburg, Sedalia, Pettis County area. What's happening? You can see this front right here that I'm drawing this blue line on. So this front was going to be the focus point of thunderstorm initiation this afternoon. This front was actually up in Iowa the last 2 days, and what caused a lot of severe storms up in the Iowa, northern Missouri. It was going to be dependent on where this front ended up by late this afternoon, where these storms were going to fire. Actually, this front is actually just a little bit further south than what this shows. Actually, the front, about right where my blue line is that I just drawn, that's where the front is right now. And it's going to continue to sag to the south as the evening goes on to bring a threat of severe thunderstorms to Ozark, Springfield, Nevada, all those areas south of this blue line throughout the overnight. And again, if you're just joining me, if you have a question, feel free to jump on the chat, let me know. I'm going to look through these. Vernon and Bates County, 1.75 inch. 611, severe thunderstorm located along a line extending from 7 miles northwest of Shell City to near Rich Hill. Looks like it's moving at 20 miles an hour, so they are picking up a little bit of steam. I can't get that thing to stay. Golf ball size hail and 60 mile an hour wind gusts expected. So that's actually for this storm right here. I'm going to take a little closer look, see where the hail core currently is right now. To do that, I switch over to vertically integrated liquid radar, and it will actually take a slice and show me different sizes of particles up at higher elevations. So looks like we have another severe thunderstorm warning coming out. You hear my weather radio in the background. Okay, that's for the same cell that we're looking at right now in Bates, Vernon, and St. Clair County. So right now, looks like golf ball size hail is possible. Looks like one hail core just to the west of Rich Hill, looked like along Highway A, and another one north of Four Rivers Let's see here. Try to get my bearings here a little bit. So it looks like southeast of Rich Hill, south of Highway B, to the west of Pappenville would be the next hail core, golf ball size hail. We have this cell out here still just southeast of Mound City, Kansas, on the Kansas side. And it's moving east, a little bit southeast. Looked like it just went through Prescott. Looked like golf ball size hail as well. Let's take a look at this cell. It's moving east at 16 mile an hour. So those along Highway V on the Kansas side, just south of State Route A, and along State Route WW, looks like you're going to be under the gun for some large hail here in the next 30 minutes or so. Hi, Deidre. How long before it hits Appleton City? Well, it is beginning to, that front is beginning to sag a little bit south, like I had mentioned before. Let's go back to it looks like most of this cell is going to probably stay just to the south of Appleton City, Deidre. Probably more so from the hail cores will stay south of Appleton City. As you can see, some of these cells are moving east, some of them are moving directly almost southeast. So we're going to see this entire line begin to sag a little bit further south as the evening goes on. So I have a feeling you're probably safe there, Deidre. Let's put a time lapse on this for our friends down in Vernon County. If I can get this thing to work properly. Alright, looks like Mets at 7:14. Carbon Center, Panama, Arthur, Horton at 7:09. We'll go up and adjust this here. Yeah, you're on 52. It is. It is I'd say it is pretty dark. Looks like Deepwater is getting a little remnant storm. We have right here on 52 Highway in Deepwater, had one of our members text me and let me know they had marble size hail about an hour ago right there at 52 and just right there at Deepwater. And again, these storms are not the tornado risk involved in these storms are very, very low. They're predominantly going to be very high-topped storms and cells that are the biggest threat. Obviously, is going to be large hail to tennis ball size with any of these storms. There's the potential for hail has been for the last 3 days just gorilla hail up in Iowa and northern Missouri. They had softball the grapefruit size hail up in Trenton, Missouri 2 nights ago. I was watching that live. That was incredible. So again, just a brief recap here in West Central Missouri. We had a line of storms developed about an hour and a half ago along a front that was draped across Butler to just south of Clinton, over through Warsaw, all the way over to the Illinois-Missouri state line. Storms began to fire there. There was numerous severe thunderstorm warnings. There's one right here in West Central Missouri. We're talking southern Bates County, northeast Vernon County, western St. Clair County, all under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 25 minutes. As bad as we needing some rain up here in Henry County and Port Bates County, up into Cass County, Johnson County, I was really hoping this line was going to start filling in about 50 miles to the north this afternoon, but unfortunately it continued to go south before it broke the cap, and thunderstorms brew up along that about 20 miles to the south of Clinton. But very strong cells still ongoing in southern Bates County, northeastern Vernon County right now. I'm going to put this down. Shell City, Rich Hill, very large hail coming across 49. I'm going to put this in 3D mode so I can check out the tops. Looks like two really strong echoes coming from, let's see where this is at. This is right around Rich Hill. Looks like along State Highway A and State Route B on over to Prairie City. Looks like that's in the middle of this hail core right now. Looking like a little bit of hail starting to fall around the Deepwater area. Let's take a look. Almost right on top of Deepwater. So if anybody is watching this along 52 Highway, 13 Highway, let me know if you're getting any hail right now. According to radar, it looks like you're under a hail core, probably pea size. I'm going to take a look at Twitter, see if there's any updates to this severe thunderstorm warning from the National Weather Service. Alright, doesn't look like any more updates right now from National Weather Service. And again, for those that are watching this, the tornado threat, very, very, very small. They pretty much highlighted that early in the day as far as the tornado risk being very small, but the hail risk being very large. So we did have some reports of some tennis ball size hail just to the south and west of Butler. It did some damage. If anybody has any pictures or anybody that has seen this size hail, let me know. You can personal message me. Let me know. I'll send that on to the National Weather Service. Any reports that you guys give me during these severe weather events is greatly appreciative. Yeah, the cotton ball clouds in Clinton. I noticed that too, MH, when I walked in the front door tonight. So, like I was telling you, we had looked like just right over Clinton and Point Judson, a little bit to the south of Clinton. We were underneath the Anvil cloud of this large supercell down here in Bates County. And of course, with that hail, it created mammatus clouds. Those are the cotton ball clouds, and they're made by the rain-cooled air that the hail produced. And it's it was quite a sight outside when I walked in. Those are really cool. Just to recap right now, Henry County, northern Bates County, Benton County, Pettis County. No warnings right now for you guys. There's only one warning here in West Central Missouri, and that's southern Bates, northeastern Vernon, and western St. Clair County right now. Yeah, Deidre, that's what you're looking at right now is that hail core that we were just looking at down here around Prairie City and Rockville area. Down around Shell City, looked like in Rich Hill, going across I-49 right now. I bet you see a lot of brake lights coming down 49 highway through Rich Hill right now. So yeah, most of these cells are moving very, very slowly to the southeast at 15 to 20 mile an hour. Take a look at this cell up here near Deepwater. There's a few more hail signatures, probably some pea-sized hail mixed in with some torrential downpours right over 13 Highway and Deepwater. We can get a little bit of that moisture a little bit north on 13. I'm sure there would be a lot of people that would be appreciative. Taking a look over here in Osage Beach, St. Robert, Dixon, they got some strong cells out that way as well. Mike, one of the members of our group, just texted me and said that there's a really photogenic rain shaft west of Deepwater. He didn't get no pics as he was on 13. There's nowhere to pull over, but yeah, quite a little storm there, right over Deepwater right now. Deepwater, Brownington, getting some heavy rains. And again, these storms are just inching along at a snail pace. So what I try to do right now is I look through Twitter, look through the pages of the National Weather Service to see if you get any kind of updates on the cell that's going through southern Bates County right now. Take a look and see where the hail cores are right now. Very small hail in that cell up at Deepwater. Like I said, maybe some pea-sized hail mixed in with some heavy rain. So I was getting ready to say we just had another severe thunderstorm warning box pop up for Vernon County as I was moving over. This hail core right here, that could be about ping pong ball size hail. That would be crossing the state line, moving east southeast into Vernon County. So large hail, very large hail. We also have another hail core just north of Harwood. Looked like another one right next to it, north of Walker. Those are our three big hail cores right now. And of course, anywhere along this line, Hume over to Rich Hill, probably not severe hail, but I guarantee you there's probably pea, penny, nickel-sized hail associated with all the way across that line from Hume over to Rich Hill. Looks like they have expanded the severe thunderstorm warning again for Vernon into St. Clair and southern Bates County. They extended that severe thunderstorm warning. Alright, take a look. And again, I'll take a look at velocity. Most of these storms are high base. They're not necessarily surface base. You need surface based storms to be able to get any kind of rotation near the surface for a tornado threat. These are mostly elevated storms that are happening along this line. That's the reason why the tornado risk is so small. But we do see some areas of rotation, very broad rotation, down around Hardwood and Hume, right around our hail course. And that's just meaning it's a mesocyclone. It is rotating, but that's being created by very, very strong updrafts through the middle of this storm that's suspending the hailstones and allowing them to get bigger and bigger and bigger, in which up until the point where the updrafts can't support them anymore, and then they fall down to the ground. That's why we're getting this the larger hailstones, golf ball size up to tennis ball size hail with some of these storms. So very, very dangerous storms. Ping pong ball size, golf ball, tennis ball size hail can do enormous amount of damage to houses, cars, and crops. So those of you, Vernon County, southern Bates, western St. Clair County, take this seriously. Make sure you bring the pets indoors. Anything that if you have a garage or an awning, make sure you pull the cars out of the weather. Blow this out just a little bit. Look at the grand scheme of things. And again, there's the line of storms right along my blue line. That's right along the leading edge of a warm front. These storms began to fire about 2 hours ago, moving ever so slowly to the southeast at 15 to 20 mile an hour. Take a look at Twitter here. So I guess one good thing, this front here is not going to be going away. This little front up here. Now actually it is a little bit further south. the fronts update every 3 hours. So this front here had moved down right along where these thunderstorms are firing up at, but it's not gonna move out of our area. And the good news with that is the fact that it's going to bring us a chance of storms here over the next 6-7 days. So even though Clinton not going to receive any of this beneficial rain with these storms, we have a lot more opportunities throughout the week. It's pretty much a coin flip, 50-50 shot all the way, actually all the way through next Monday. So hoping our friend down to the south getting some of this beneficial rain tonight will share the wealth a little bit. So you notice just seconds ago that the radar had updated and moved that front about where I had that line earlier. That's the current location of this front right now. And what's going to happen, it's going to continue to sag a little bit south, and we're going to continue to have increased chance of seeing some thunderstorms throughout this area. Some of them possibly could be on the stronger side. And then on Thursday night into Friday, this front will begin to lift back north again, putting all of west central Missouri under the gun for some beneficial rain. So Thursday night into Friday is going to be actually Thursday afternoon into Friday is going to be our best chances west central Missouri wide to receive beneficial rainfall. And again, if anybody has any questions, feel free, use the chat. Let me know. I'm not expecting any severe storm for Warrenburg area, Sedalia, Harrisonville. Excuse me. I'm not expecting any severe weather for us. It's going to remain from southern Bates County over to St. Clair County, Benton County, and points south. Excuse me. Just answering a couple questions on the Facebook site. Norma Davis actually asked a question, what do the little bubble clouds mean? And I'm answering her question right now. Rain-cooled air produced by the hail will create these little pockets. Actually, in our Facebook group, Braden Courtney got a pretty good picture of the Mammatus clouds there in the room. If you guys want to check that out, pretty good picture. Also, let's see here, looking at some of the photos here. I haven't got a chance to look through our group hardly any at all since I've been home. So Paul Blackwell posted a picture of, well, it looks like probably nickel to quarter size hail. Okay, let's take a little recap here. So obviously the strongest cell right now here in west central Missouri is looks like it's southern Bates County, northern Vernon County, and looks like it's scratching, knocking at the doorstep over on the St. Clair County line. biggest threat is going to be large hail. Looks like there are several hail cores within this supercell here in Bates and Vernon County right now. Up to tennis ball size hail is the wording that the National Weather Service is using. We had a little cell up there in southern Henry County around Deepwater. It's moving off to the east. Just heavy rain there. No hail associated with it right now. Okay, so it's about another 4 minutes left of the severe thunderstorm warning for St. Clair and northeastern Vernon counties. It will likely be extended, which I believe it had already. Yeah, that's a new one right here. New one is northwestern Vernon County and west central Missouri until 7:45. Ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So they might extend that warning down to encompass Nevada, Walker, El Dorado Springs. You guys will be the next one. See if I can. For some reason my timeline is not working real well. I'm going to see if I can change that here real quick. About quarter size hail out of this storm north of Harwood right now. Looks like you'll be in Harwood around 7:18. So no other severe weather in west central Missouri right now, with the exception of this cell we're watching down here in southern Bates County, northern Vernon County right now. Looked like they just issued another severe thunderstorm warning. It does clip the southwest corner of St. Clair County, north of El Dorado Springs. That's what we're hearing from my weather radio right now. It's going off. It's going to be for west central St. Clair County. That's exactly what that was for. Looked like severe thunderstorm located near Shell City, 12 miles northwest of El Dorado Springs, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. $half size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. So Walker, Shell City, Harwood, and Tiffin are all under the gun for this storm. If anybody has any questions, feel free to use the chat. I'm going to stay on for a while as these cells move into St. Clair and Vernon counties. And again, these storms are moving very slowly, 15 mile an hour. So I do have Twitter and the National Weather Service main page up, waiting on any kind of update or storm reports to come in over this cell in Vernon County and southern Bates County right now. Take a look at the hail core. Very large hail. In between, looks like in between Metz and Stothbury. That's golf ball to ping pong ball size hail right there. Very large hail. Looked like probably maybe quarter size hail just southeast of Four Rivers Conservation Area, just northwest of Harwood. And again, I'm jumping over here to velocity radar, just looking. And again, the tornado threat very, very low for this line of storms. They're very elevated thunderstorms, very high top clouds. They are mesocyclones, so they are rotating. So we see some very broad rotation in areas, typically right above the hail core. That's where you find your strongest updrafts and, of course, the larger hail. So we're talking ping pong ball size hail is going to take about 85 mile-an-hour updrafts in order to suspend a hailstone of that size up into that supercell. So we had got a report from Donna Kyler in Rockville. They've gotten an inch of rain so far. Looks like hail only got to about nickel size, but it put a hole in the chicken coop roof. Going through Twitter, seeing if there's any update. Thank you for all those who have sent in some pictures on hail size. Thanks, Chris. Chris Cook just posted, just wind in Roscoe. Let me switch over here to radars here. Well, it kind of looks like at least the part of the cell that is producing the hail should stay to the west and south of you in Roscoe there, Chris. Looks like most of these cells moving to the southeast at about 15 miles an hour. So currently, right now, there's a severe thunderstorm warning out for Vernon County, southern Bates, and the corner of southwest St. Clair County, just north of El Dorado Springs. So mainly rural areas, but along State Highway H, Highway 82, State Highway Y. It's going to remain mainly over rural areas and then move on down over El Dorado Springs. Right now, the strongest hail returns on radar showing right over Metz right now with golf ball size hail, and just to the north of Stotesbury. So if anybody's traveling down I-49, really anywhere along north of Nevada, Horton, Blaine, you guys will be seeing some large hail come across 49 Highway. The tornado threat is nearly zero. These are going to be hail producers, very elevated thunderstorms. And again, moving very, very slow at 15 to 20 mile an hour. I don't even think this cell has moved over the last 30 minutes. Check out Twitter here real quick. So Bates County, you're in the clear right now. They have allowed that thunderstorm warning to expire for Bates County. So right now we just have one remaining severe thunderstorm warning in Vernon County right now. That cell is weakened a little bit heading into El Dorado Springs. They dropped the severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern St. Clair County as well. It has weakened. Looks like the main show is over Metz and north of Nevada, getting ready to cross I-49. Looks like that's the only update National Weather Service has made. They're still showing golf ball size to ping pong ball size hail associated with this cell in Vernon County right here. Let's zoom in. The area is infected. Mainly rural areas. Reinhardt, Metz, Blaine, Horton, Arthur off of I-49, and eventually moving on down on the north side of Nevada. The overall scheme right now, that's the lone thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm in west central Missouri remaining. I'm not expecting any more thunderstorms to develop in west central Missouri outside of Vernon, St. Clair, maybe southern Benton County. Those points north of there, including Clinton, Butler, Harrisonville, Warrensburg, Sedalia. Not expecting any more severe threat for this evening. But we will also have a threat for severe thunderstorms, mainly hail producers, over the next 4 to 5 days. and it will be dependent on where this front sets up every day. When we have dew points in the 70s and highs in the upper 80s, all it takes is a little trigger to create these thunderstorms in the late afternoon hour during peak heating. If anybody has any questions about your area, please feel free to throw it up on the chat. I will try to answer. I will stay with you guys live here until this cell, if it ever does move out of Vernon County, for anybody who might have friends or relatives down in the Nevada area. Of course, with this heavy rain and very slow moving cells, we do have the potential to see some flash flooding, especially in southern Bates County and Vernon County right now. Radar estimates right around the Butler, just south of Butler area, that 3 to 4 inches of rain fell in just 1 hour. So definitely, if you live in an area prone to flash flooding, please be paying attention to that as well. Take a look at a timeline. Looks like the main hail core will be near Blaine at 7:28, just outside on the north side of Nevada around 7:48, and then again just southwest of Walker, almost to Highway 54, right around the 8 o'clock time frame. And again, that cell over there south of Shell City near Harwood, that was going to be approaching southwest St. Clair County and El Dorado Springs, has weakened considerably over the last 20 minutes. So they did allow the severe thunderstorm warning to expire, but I'll be keeping my eye on for any re-strengthening of the cell, mainly for hail concerns. Right now, it looked like just maybe some mixed MP size hail in some of these areas, but the big show's going on over here, getting ready to cross I-49 right now near Horton along I-49. I'm going to take a look at the vertically integrated tops. Yeah, so vertically integrated liquid, I'm sorry. Yeah, it looks like Mets right now getting probably at least golf ball size hail. Stotesbury, smack dab coming over you, the hail core. And of course it's moving to the southeast at 15 mile an hour. Here's an update. So looked like it's just about over Blaine. So this warning right now will expire in 24 minutes for Vernon County. Unless this thing really begins to fizzle out, it will probably be extended to include the cities of Nevada, Walker, Milo, and points maybe just a little bit further to the southeast of that area. Probably here, if this hail core keeps up, we'd probably be hearing of another severe thunderstorm warning real quickly. The big broad scheme of things here, guys, we've got a cold front that will be lifting back again Thursday and Friday as a warm front that is draped across west central Missouri, causing these thunderstorms to happen during the heat of the day, quickly becoming severe with hail being the primary threat. Tornado probability very, very small. Knew this was not going to be a tornado producing style thunderstorms, but very elevated in nature, creating a threat for very large hail to tennis ball size, which did occur near Butler at the onset of these storms. This entire area shaded in pink is under a severe thunderstorm watch as this front begins to drop ever so slowly to the south. It's going to, it's effective till 11 p.m. tonight for this severe thunderstorm watch out here, highlighted in pink. I always take a look at the velocity radar just to make sure there's not any kind of problem areas. Even though the tornado threat is very low, I still keep my eye on for the possibility of any spin-up tornadoes. We do have quite a bit of rotation, but very broad rotation in several areas. We have one here, we have one here, we have one over here. Typically where you find the hail cores is where you find the circulation, the broad rotation. And that's pretty much telling us it is a mesocyclone. It does have an updraft and a downdraft, and those updrafts is what is keeping the hailstones, golf ball, ping pong ball size, suspended up in the top of the storm until eventually they get heavy enough and fall to the ground.
National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, so we just had another severe thunderstorm warning go back out for Vernon County. Kind of what we expected. So this one will expire in 65 minutes for golf ball, ping pong ball size hail. $50 size, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Locations impact include Nevada, Sheldon, Montevallo, Walker, Milo, and Horton. Pretty much all the towns that we just talked about just moments ago for this hail core right here, up to $50 size. Anybody that's traveling along I-49 from Horton all the way into Nevada, if they're traveling, if you have friends or family that's traveling down 49, maybe after work, make sure you tell them. They might want to just pull over and wait this out till it crosses 49. You don't want $50 size hail hitting your windshield going 70 miles an hour down 49 highway. And again, we'll zoom back out. And really, that's the only cell in west central Missouri right now that's creating havoc. These are going to be hail producers. Tornado threat very, very, very low. We have a couple little spotty thunder showers in St. Clair County. Unfortunately, Henry County, northern Bates County, northern Bates County, northern Benton County, Pettis County, Warrensburg, none of us got any of this rain. So we was really kind of hoping to get a little drink of water today. But anyway, we'll have several other chances throughout the week as this front is expected to kind of hang out and be a focal point for thunderstorms for the next 6 to 7 days. Pretty much a coin flip, 50-50 shot of being underneath a thunderstorm over the next few days. So hopefully we'll get a little gully washer around here. I know the farmers sure could use it. This entire line of storms is going to be going ever so slow to the south, creating a chance for some more severe thunderstorms for these counties shaded in pink till 11 p.m. tonight. But I would say that probably by the time we get sunset and we lose the daytime heating, it's probably going to be pretty tough for some of these storms to keep up their intensity. However, 11 p.m. for all outlined in pink, including Springfield, Bolivar, Pittsburg, Kansas, Joplin, Neosho, Monette, Ozark, Lebanon. I'd say some of these counties to the north, such as Pettis County, St. Clair County, you guys will probably be cleared of this watch here within the next hour or two. Feel free to shoot me a message here in the chat if anybody has any questions. I'm gonna stay live here for probably about the next 30 minutes until this cell gets through Nevada, gets down through here Vernon County, in case anybody's watching from that area. Look here through our group.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Had a couple people mention that Butler has had hail. They had hail for over 30 minutes in Butler. Crazy. So again, we're just watching one cell down here in Vernon County. Severe thunderstorm warning for looks like the next hour, 59 minutes. So golf ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds are possible. Severe thunderstorm was located over Nevada, moving southeast at 25. It does look like there is a report of golf ball size hail in Nevada. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Includes Interstate 49 between mile markers 77 and 101. So, a little bit of an update there. Let's take a look at the, yeah. So, those of you in Nevada probably getting a pretty good hailstorm right now. If anybody has friends or relatives in Nevada or points a little bit north, if you have any pictures or reports of how big the hail was, if you could send them over to me, I'll be happy to shoot them over to the National Weather Service so that they can compare what they're seeing on radar versus what actually is happening on the ground. That hail core that was over on the Kansas side is finally starting to cross the state line into Richards. Looks like golf ball size hail there as well. I'm going to stay live. Doesn't look like we have very many people here on the live video, so I am going to be updating the Facebook group. I will keep radar up in case you're here in the room, want to keep up on the radar. I have it up on the screen right now, just updating the Facebook group, letting them know um, 4 miles northwest of Nevada in Vernon County had 1.75 inch hail. And that was an actual report in hand, and that was at 7:25 p.m. So yeah, those going across 49 highway just north of Nevada. Intense hail core. That's where you're getting your ping pong ball size hail. Right here. Right over 49 highway. That could be very dangerous traveling at 70 miles an hour running into golf ball size hail. So again, Vernon County, Missouri. Very slow moving cell, moving, looks like right over Nevada right now. Golf ball to ping pong ball size hail. I-49. And that was between mile markers 77 and 101 on Interstate 49.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
I'd say that was just an update on this severe thunderstorm warning down here in Vernon County. It's actually on the radar, Paul. So with me being part of Allison House and stormspotter.org, if you notice you're probably not online right now, I'm going to respond to you here. I'm just responding back to you here in the Facebook room. But whatever you see, I'm going to circle it right here. You see that little hazard sign with 1.75. It will actually put up all of the severe reports. Once I click on that, it was actually in hand, public, Vernon County, 4 miles northwest, Nevada, 1.75. I also get storm reports from National Weather Service on Twitter. That's a great source to go to if you don't have them on Twitter. A lot of times they will post storm reports, and you can actually go. I'm gonna bring up this page, and I'll bring it over for right now. I'm gonna bring the National Weather Service page over. And you can go to, let's see here, local storm reports under climate, local storm reports. You can click on that, and here is this was at 617, 1.25 inch, Bates County, broadcast media relayed via social media. So obviously probably somebody had a picture like what you guys post on my Facebook group. It gets relayed to the National Weather Service, and it goes into a local storm report. This is also a very useful tool also. It's not too timely though. It's maybe they might update that maybe once every 30 minutes or an hour, whereas these here off of this radar software will actually update as they come in. So again, just to recap real quick, one severe thunderstorm warning still remains for Vernon County, and that goes on for another 48 minutes. Looked like we even had larger hail report, 2.5 inch hail. Let's take a look now. So tennis ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gust for Vernon County. So it looks like the size of the hail continues to go up with this cell. Tennis ball size hail. Update. Maximum hail size, hail probability 100%, 90% that there's severe hail probability. Maximum hail size to 3 inches, that's larger than tennis ball size hail. And on the scale, it is showing it is a mesocyclone, meaning that there is broad rotation, strong updrafts, being able to suspend a tennis ball size hailstone up into the updraft. It's going to take close to 90 mile an hour to 100 mile an hour winds moving straight up. That's the wind of the updraft heading straight up through the center of that mesocyclone to the top. That's what's supporting that hailstone, wrapping it up with another layer of ice, and then it begins to fall, and then the updraft will push it back up in there. And it takes 100 mile an hour winds to push that hailstone right back up into the clouds to get yet another layer of ice on it. And eventually it will become so heavy the updraft can't support it, and it will fall down to the ground at 80, 90, 100 mile an hour velocity straight to the ground. That's the reason why this is so dangerous. It can cause enormous amount of damage. Alright, looks like the hail core is still over Nevada. Put this in 3D mode. Wow. Very intense hail core. Right over Nevada. I'm gonna reach out to some of the ones I know from Nevada here in our group. I'm gonna reach out to them. They're not here in the live feed. I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they have any pictures of this hail. Lots of pictures here in the site, or here in Subby's Weather Talk group on Facebook. So reaching out to a couple people I know down in Vernon County, see if they can give me a report, any hail damage or pictures of the hail. Another 43 minutes left on the severe thunderstorm warning for Vernon County. Looks like there's a few cells that are training this on the Kansas side and into Vernon County. So just very, very heavy rains, large hail primary threat right now. Up to tennis ball size hail in Vernon County. All right, so just checking through Twitter, seeing if there's any more storm reports. I have not seen any more storm reports coming in yet. We've got about another 40 minutes left of a severe thunderstorm warning for Vernon County. That is the only warning in west central Missouri currently right now. And I'm going to stay on just to make sure anybody down in Vernon County should happen to pop in, let them know what's going on. And again, the rest of St. Clair County, Benton County, Henry County, Cass County, Bates County, Sedalia, Warrensburg, that's Johnson and Pettis County. No more severe thunderstorm risk for this evening. Unfortunately, probably not any more rainfall potential for this evening either. We'll have another shot again tomorrow and for the next 8 days. So we might have some rain that we can look forward to later on this week, I hope. Okay, we had somebody down in Mark down in Nevada said he had some marble size west of Nevada. Marble size hail. Which really about the northern side of Nevada and the eastern side of Nevada where the largest hail core was at. So west side of Nevada, marble size hail. Got a member posting some beautiful, beautiful man-made clouds that are out there right now. If you get a chance, step outside and look up, see some beautiful, very photogenic clouds off to the south and west of Clinton.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
All right, guys. So we still have some up to tennis ball size hail crossing I-49 in between Lamar and Nevada, actually between Sheldon and Nevada, across I-49, moving to the east southeast. Right now, the tornado threat is very small. Hail threat is very high. So that is the scoop down in Vernon County. It's going to slowly make its way over to around the Stockton area here in the next hour and a half. These storms are moving very, very slow, 15 mile an hour. So it's taking forever for these storms to get across. So what I'm going to do, I have just a handful of people that down in Vernon County that's watching a live feed. So again, hail primary threat here, large hail. So if you have any friends or family down in St. Clair County over towards Stockton Lake, make sure that they know there's some large hail coming their way. I am going to go ahead and sign off, get some dinner. But I will be watching these storms as they come across Vernon County and to the south. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to send me a personal message or throw it on Subby's Weather Talk Facebook group, and I will get them answered tonight. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.